Okay, we should be going. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Bronco Alumni. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that.
What are you doing there?
We're the Bronco Alumni Show. It's a few days before Christmas. Ruby's performing in the Nutcracker today, hence the music. And
it's also Christmas, hence
it's also
the music.
Christmas season.
And Nutcrackers for everyone.
Yeah. So we are down here at Suds. Everybody at Boise State just graduated.
New listeners.
New listeners, yes. Now, we do need to get the senior class a bunch of shout-outs here by the end of the show.
Yeah, I doubt that'll be happening.
So,
but
John,
yeah.
if you could just bring up a
That'll
list
be
of all
great.
the seniors,
No.
we can officially thank them.
They'll find us.
Okay, I can do that. That's not that hard.
There you go. Are we on live?
Yeah, we're
This thing
going,
really
man.
going?
We're going.
All right. Well, welcome to, yeah. Oh, you did all the welcomes.
I did. There's
Look at
no
us.
one here yet. We're expecting a special surprise guest that we're not going to announce.
Oh, you have a surprise guest. Let's just hope
Hopefully
that the two teams playing today, the Washington Huskies and the Boise State Broncos, prepared better than we did. But it is a bowl game, right? You know?
Yeah, and I know I've talked about this before. My daughter Ruby, she's performing in the Nutcracker. And if your children ever perform in the Nutcracker, it consumes their entire lives for about 2 months, right during Christmas season, when there's not really much else going on. So, I mean, there is a lot going on. I'm sorry, that was sarcastic. Sometimes I'm not good with my tone. So my sarcasm doesn't come out. It's pretty dry. It can be pretty dry sometimes.
This is a pretty dry show.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
Well, I'm stalling right now, so
What are you stalling for?
I'm gonna get a special surprise guest on the phone here real quick.
Oh, well, that's exciting because this is boring, even
Yep.
me, and I'm sitting here
Yep.
doing it.
Yep. So John, if you could just fill this up.
Yeah,
real
I can go
quick.
fill. No
Yeah.
problem. No problem. We're the alumni show. We never talk about other sports. So I noticed the Boise State men's basketball team is in Hawaii. That's what caught my eye. I don't even know who they're playing, but they get to be in Hawaii for Christmas, so that sounds good. No comments on that.
Oh,
Nothing.
I was waiting for our guest to reply, but no guest. Man, Christmas season's rough on the old entertainment
It
industry.
is. It definitely is, especially when you're not paying anybody.
We have nothing to offer you. Just a little bit of fame? No, not even that. Notoriety? No. What are we bringing to the table, I guess?
We're documenting your words.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. We're giving you a chance to come on and say what you like. Whatever you like.
So you're good. This is really live. Wow, we got to do better than this. All right.
I know. John's a little under the weather.
I'm not feeling the greatest. Trying to push through for Christmas here. Let's talk about the storylines. Maybe you can pay attention to the storylines.
Yeah, let's
Remember
do
Coach
storylines.
Pete? Remember that guy? Was he your coach?
Yeah, he was really good coach.
Was he your coach?
Yeah, he was. He was my offensive coordinator.
Okay, so you played under Coach Pete.
Oh, yeah.
You feel a little bit of sadness
he's
today?
He's the guy who had the confidence to put me in the game, really. That's what it comes down to.
We'll tying you right into the storyline today.
Yeah.
Do you think Coach Pete is, you think this is really his last game that he ever coaches?
Oh, man. No, I don't think so. I think something's going to, who knows? Coach Pete, he's a real passionate guy when it comes to football, and he's all in. And he's at a place, I think he's at a place where he's not going to, how many seniors are sitting out for University of Washington because of the draft this year?
Oh, is that happening, really?
That's what I've heard. There's a lot of guys sitting out for the draft, and
so you
I
think
don't
they
know.
broke his will?
I don't know. Yeah, when you've put your all into it and taken so much time away from your family,
Mm-hmm.
and there have been rewards, obviously, but I don't think he does it for the money. To be honest with you, he's the type of person who he does it for the money, but obviously he took a huge pay raise when he went to Washington.
Maybe that's what allowed him to walk away.
He probably did that for the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he did it to
Well,
allow him
no,
to walk away.
I believe his.
Maybe his heart was broken a long time ago by the game, John.
Well, no, his
We don't know
wording.
his mind, man.
Was to play for a national championship, which brings us back to Boise State. I mean, even if you go undefeated here, you won't be playing for a national championship. But when you lose a game, do you think it's fair that they're in this bowl game? One loss.
Well, they definitely should be in the mix for a national championship with one loss. Who is there any undefeated teams?
Yeah, there's 3 undefeated teams.
Three? So
I'm just talking about should
and
they
how
be
many,
playing in
how
the
many
Cotton
one
Bowl?
loss? How many one-loss teams are there?
Anyone from 4 on.
So we should be right in the mix with those 4 one-loss teams.
You deserve to. You think Boise State? Well, Oklahoma's number 4. So you're telling me that if Boise State faced Oklahoma on a neutral field, they'd be able to hang with them? Show me some evidence of that.
Oh man. I'm just gonna.
I'm being sarcastic. I'm aware there was a Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, the Fiesta Bowl did happen. You're
Okay.
right, John.
So my point is, since the prominence of Boise State, should they be playing in maybe a bigger team? No, they missed the Cotton Bowl, but is the Vegas Bowl?
I mean,
Is it a deserving?
well,
I guess
we
treat
were just.
for going
I guess what
12
you're
and
trying
1.
to get out of me is what we were talking about earlier, that the bowl system has always been about creating matchups that will sell and people will watch. They're not trying to determine who's the best football team.
No, it's
It's like WWF.
ooh.
It's called out. I mean, it's flaunted as the pageantry of college football, because it's not just about playing good; it's about looking good. Some people think that those two things are tied together. You know, you play good, you look good, but I think that they're not like tied together at the hip. You can look great and then go out and play like garbage. That's for sure. There's more to it than just the look. And I think that they really wanted to play up the drama of Coach Peterson playing against his alma mater, especially after he announces his retirement, because they haven't played him. They haven't played him since Pete went up there and lost in Seattle, right? Or have they played Washington since then?
I don't know. You're the historian, aren't you?
Oh, I'm definitely not a football historian at all.
No, I think you're right. Once I saw this coming a mile away. Once he announced his retirement, if Boise State wasn't in the Cotton Bowl, it was almost like the fix was in.
You heard it here, folks.
Well, I mean,
College football is nothing but a Hollywood storyline.
well, let's take it back to Memphis. Memphis and Boise State meet on a neutral field. Who do you think wins?
Well, I'm
In
biased.
football,
I'm
not in
obviously-
basketball. Not in basketball.
I'm
Just-
obviously biased. I think Boise State's going to win.
Yeah, but I'm not really biased, and I still think Boise State looks like they would beat Memphis. Just the eyeball test watching both teams this year. Maybe I'm biased because I live here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd still say you're biased. I
Well-
think the better Boise State does, the better our show will potentially
Well,
do.
that's-
So
There you go. Ride the wave. Why aren't we in Vegas? That's my question.
because our show does not have a budget.
Oh, one. That's one. And we, all right, that makes sense. Yeah, all right. I also think that potentially the way the world works, this matchup is ripe for business deals. A lot of ex-Broncos on both sides meeting up, sort of like a family reunion type game, I
Yeah,
guess.
like a meeting, like where everybody meets and decides where the tribe is or what president who's the clan of Black Skulls are gonna meet together and decide who's gonna be the next head coach where, or the president. Yeah, right. The Skulls meet. That's like some fraternity. The Skulls fraternity.
Yeah,
they
you're
meet and
getting
decide
deep
who's
into
gonna be
the weeds right
who's
now.
gonna be the
but yeah.
president? Like, there's got to be a group of people who decide who's gonna be the president.
And they're the same people that decide the bowl games? Is that what you're saying?
but this meeting at midfield after the game is going to be like, okay, what do you got? Who you got? What do you need? You know, who's willing to move? Where are we going to go? Because they could literally build a super coaching squad out of what they're meeting with. The only things missing is
I
like
see.
Oregon and Cal.
Oh, you're saying that potentially some assistants might be coming back to Boise State. Is that your theory here?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm not going to be there at the meeting.
Well, yeah, we were definitely not invited.
No.
No,
No.
not to that one.
No, not. I mean, they're going to be in Vegas, right? They're all going to go out afterwards, potentially.
After, early game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, from Vegas standards, it's super early.
I don't think Pete's going to be going out.
Maybe.
Pete's not really a going out type of guy, from what I recall.
Maybe he's going to let loose just this once, retirement party afterwards. No?
All the boys back together, getting the band back together.
Oh, they're going to play the hits? Wait a minute. Do you think does he have a cover band? Coach Pete has a cover band? That's awesome. Well, I would walk away from coaching too if I had a cover band. I get it. Speaking of old Boise State coaches.
No, speaking of alumni that have cover bands, shout out to my boy Johnny Rideman, wherever he's at. I don't know where he's at, but I see him all the time posting with his wig on, and his band. They're called Clamhammer. They're pretty good, from what I understand.
What are they?
I don't
What do
know.
they play?
I've never seen or heard any of their music, but he's out there doing it, man. I've seen him on stage, pictures, rocking out and promoting his band Clamhammer.
So you're just gonna? All right, there you go.
Blind shout out. We support all Broncos, obviously. Past, present, and future.
Do you support? Do you support? Let's say a coach who popped in here for a year or two and is the head coach of Missouri now. Do you support them? Are they ex-Broncos?
Yeah, they are. I mean, why not? Make it happen.
All right, I'm just checking.
We hold no grudges here, man. If we held grudges, I wouldn't be allowed on this show.
Oh, so it's a welcoming show.
Yeah,
You're saying.
we're all about healing.
Okay.
Building bridges, not burning them. Unless you do me wrong.
All right.
I'm just kidding. You can do me wrong.
What else did we want to cover?
There's a ton of stories on
I know.
right now. I mean,
everybody else covers them.
it's pretty difficult to get this show up and running. So once we do, it's like,
Now what do we do?
where were we?
And what was happening?
Yeah, we had.
I do know that Brian Harsin was yelling at some of the fans, as I last remember.
I wouldn't say yell. Was he yelling really?
No, he has that look of like a parent though. They're talking to him,
very
like,
stern.
I need you guys to come out. Like, oh man, are we in trouble? Are the fans in trouble? Uh-oh. I don't think he was happy with the turnout at the Mountain West Championship game.
What time was the kickoff for that game?
It was an afternoon game, so the kids came out. They had over 20,000.
Well, it's like when the time changes and you're confused and you don't know when game time is. You know, you're used to 8:15, and then.
Are you saying a bunch of people were out in the parking lot? Like that could have been a sold-out game. They're like, I thought it was 8:30.
Yeah, everyone was there, showing up as they were sweeping up the garbage.
I
from
just
the tailgate.
assumed it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, we've pretty much been conditioned to have kickoff at 8:15.
Yeah. Well, there's a new contract, right? Isn't this
Oh, yeah.
some news? I know Boise State has a lifetime skull and bones, like you said, underground contract with ESPN till death do them part.
But, you know, we all know that all contracts are, like, not written in stone. They're written on paper, you know?
No, that's true.
So
And apparently the Mountain West, who we're going to get into a lot of Mountain West, because Coach Hars has some beef with the Mountain West, yet the Mountain West just at least got out of the CBS Sports Network hell they were in.
You think that's a benefit?
Well, Fox
what was
Sports
wrong
to me
with-
is a little easier to find. The CBS Sports,
Well, and
It's
is
a
it
harder
more
job.
money? It's probably more money.
it is
too.
more money for the conference. I don't know how it's going to affect the games, but maybe they heard our pleas. Maybe we got all the way up to the Mountain West, powers that be. And they said, yeah, Boise State should have a 1 o'clock home game, maybe in September or October.
But I heard that ESPN is granting us a home game at 1 o'clock next year? Because I heard ESPN covers all of our home games. For
Oh,
sure.
okay. Well, maybe they're just putting some pressure on them.
Yeah, that's
You know?
probably what it is. Because I think they doubled their TV revenue with this.
Ooh.
I think they did. They went from like $2-point-something million to $4-point-something million.
Do you think they did this in response? I know Harsin, not only Harsin, a lot of Boise State hierarchy were very critical of the Mountain West and how they promoted them, and they feel like
They're under promoted.
yeah, they may have cost them the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, because they were getting zero assistance
Well, keep
from
that,
the
yeah.
conference.
Keep that in mind, kids. Blame other people for your problems.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I understand they are in the Mountain West. They are the signature team in the Mountain West, so I understand the gripe that goes on. Do you think maybe this was in response to some of that? Like, well, we just got more money for the conference, so.
Yeah. Obviously, they're looking. If we are sitting here talking about it, and the money and the kickoff times and the coverage that we get, we know they're talking about it. There's a lot more at stake for them.
Well, yeah, they get paid to talk about it.
So I'm sure that we are, behind them, behind the curve on what they know. Maybe they're just not really reporting it or talking about it until, obviously, they want to generate bigger contracts. So, I mean, that's what we want to do too. Maybe we should make them an offer that, we will cover your games with our Logitech webcam.
Well, the audio would be great. I don't know about the visual.
Yeah, the quality audio producers are a dime a dozen, but video ones are harder to come by.
You guys can keep 100% of the revenue. We'll do it for free. So, no problem. I don't think they would like that. I think they want the money up front for broadcasting. They're not looking for the back end.
I'm saying we have a lot to offer. That's all I'm saying.
No. Maybe you should put us on a dating site then.
Maybe not dollars. We're like a fixer-upper.
Oh, okay. All right. I would.
Not really. I wouldn't say a dating site. More like a real estate site.
Oh, I see.
Zillow. You could put us on Zillow, not whatever those dating sites are.
Look at this little cute house. It needs some work, but look at this little cute podcast. It's nice. It's kind of small.
It's been there for a while. No, I don't know. What's the lifespan of a podcast?
It is. I think
question.
from what I've learned, podcasts are going as long as the two people doing it are willing to keep on doing it, because it doesn't seem like there's more than two people. Those podcasts that have hundreds of people working on them, they tend to go forever.
Who are those?
I don't know. I mean, everybody has a podcast.
Maybe they would have like a whole broadcasting station behind them.
Well, yeah, that's probably part of it. That's where they practice for the podcast, or maybe the podcast is where they practice for their job. I don't know. I don't know where do you drop your best content? Hit us up. If you're on a radio or television show and you have a podcast, I would think the podcast kind of supplements your gig.
Man, so many storylines this week,
So-
right? What were they again?
Oh, yeah, we're back. There's a football game. Here's a storyline. Does anybody really care about this game? I mean, it's cool that they come together and that they play, but and I think we hit upon this earlier, does anybody care what happens? I mean, it's an exhibition game. There's 3 college football games left that matter. Correct me if I'm wrong? No?
Yeah, it matters. Trust me, it matters to the people that are playing in the game. It definitely matters.
Okay, so take me through that. You're 6-6, but this is the hypothetical.
A lot of these guys, it's your last game.
Oh, so you're just playing for the love of the game.
A lot of them. On the field, yeah.
And trying to get one last win?
Yep, it definitely matters. They're going to be playing hard.
Is that true what they say, nothing's better than a win on Saturday?
Unless you know you're going to get highly drafted in the first round, and even then, who knows? I'm talking to you, Curtis. Come on the show anytime. We'd love to have you.
So you think Curtis Weaver's leaving?
I think you think Curtis Weaver's leaving.
I think I think if you don't think he's leaving, you're in the minority now. I wouldn't say it's his decision, so I wouldn't say it's a dumb decision to stay, but if it were me, I would think it's a dumb decision to stay. Like, we've gone over this. So many hits your body can take. When you're ready, give it a shot. That's why they have summer school, right?
Why?
I don't know. When do you come back and get your degree? This happens all the time.
Oh yeah. Well,
Online classes?
no, you got to come back.
No, you don't have to come back. It's 2019.
What you're saying? He could just do no, no. You can't graduate with an online degree from Boise State. You have
Can
to take class.
I know he took 3 years of classes. He's been here. Can he supplement? Can he take 1 or 2 maybe, and then come back and take 1 next summer? I'm asking this question.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't know how they treat.
Well, hit
like,
us up if you're over in the academic office. We'd love to know how you get a degree when you leave a year early, because it's been done.
Yes, it has.
So
I don't know if it's been done online. I think they might have. You might have to come back and attend class.
So you're telling me Boise State does not have any online classes?
Yes, but there are classes that are required that are obviously not offered online.
Yes, that's my point. So maybe you have to show up to take a class or 2.
Are we really arguing about this?
I'm looking out for the young man's degree. If he wants to leave early and play, he still should be afforded the right to finish his education. Don't we talk about this every week?
About education standards?
If you go to the NFL a year early and crush it, can you come back and finish your degree? Will Boise State take care of that?
No, you have to take care of it. That's what I'm saying.
I have to pay. This is a hypothetical, but let's say I'm going in the first round.
John,
Yeah.
the alumni will call you every year and ask for money. If you don't go to the NFL, if you just graduate, they'll just put you on a list and call you every year for money. Do you think they're like, hey, we'll pick this up for you. Thanks.
That's
for
true.
nothing.
That's true. All right.
Yeah, it is true.
So they don't take care of you? Is that? I'm confused here.
No. I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, hey, come back and get your degree, and our alumni fundraisers need to speak to you for 5 minutes over here while you're on the phone. Like, I'm going to pass you over to them.
I got you.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming. You know what happens when we assume, though?
Yeah, I'm guessing. I've only seen the college, so I don't know how it works over there.
I'm looking at it right now. The Stickles Sky Center. It's glorious. We should have a booth in there. Why don't they give us a booth in there?
Booth for what? This?
For this show.
It's got to get tightened up a little.
I think it's going great.
No, it's going all right. Not too bad. At least there's no dead air. We got that going for us. No guest. But we've done a show with no guests before. Come on.
Yeah, that was the first one that never aired, remember?
No way. Remember there was an actual show. Oh, we had only call-in guests. Yes.
I don't even know if we're going to get a call in.
That's fine. What did you say? It's busy holiday season.
Yeah.
People are sick.
That's rough.
I'm getting sick. The door's open. Feel a draft. Do you?
You know, the temperature is not what makes you sick, John. It's
what makes me cold.
It's bacteria.
Thank you. Oh,
Virus.
you forgot to give a nice warm shout out to Suds.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break to congratulations to that guy on his big win.
I know, and keep the door open.
And we're keeping the door open. Ladies and gentlemen, Suds Tavern, where the door's always open. That was a pretty, I don't know if that was a good segue or not. Or a good plug or
It's
not.
graduation today, so it's a little bit of a festive day in and out here.
Yeah, people come in and say, hey, let's get a shot at Suds. People coming in for one shot and close type of tap today. No leave it opens. I don't think so. I mean, you can't really celebrate with your grandparents at Suds. Well, you can.
Yeah, that's a demographic they're really not looking into, the grandparents celebration.
Yeah.
Maybe get some more comfortable seating over here.
Some food, close the door maybe. They don't like it drafty.
Well, that's true. I did. Yeah, old people need food to take their pills all the time, man. I watched Christmas Vacation the other day. Clark can drive his own car. I need to take my pill.
Oh, goodness.
No? We're, should we, I feel like we should be hitting up some storylines for the game, but, I mean, it's a 3.5-point game. And like you said, how do they make that a 3.5-point game in Vegas when guys, if you're going to the NFL, I would assume you are better players and you're not playing. So, I mean, this is like a crapshoot. This is like going down and betting on like one of my kids' games.
You bet on your kids' games?
No, I said it's like going down and bet it. Like you don't know who's playing. You don't know
How would you know what it's like to bet on a kid's game?
I'm using it as an analogy that you would not know. You don't really know the players on the other team. You don't know who's playing. You don't know what the other coaches like philosophy is. You just, I don't know if the other coach knows. You know, they're 10.
Strike first, strike hard. Cobra Kai.
That's the Cobra Kai. Yeah, that's. Notice those kids weren't, team sport players.
I don't know. I haven't seen the YouTube series. I don't know how it turned out for them, for Johnny and.
I don't think it turned out well for Johnny.
No, I haven't watched it.
Well, he's passed out with a bottle in the trailer, so I think his life went pretty downhill after. I mean, he had an abusive relationship with his sensei, correct?
Yeah, I don't think they were very close, like outside of the dojo. Or maybe they were too close outside of the dojo. Who knows?
Where were Johnny's parents? I never understood that. Like, no, I mean, clearly didn't care about him much.
Well,
no curfew.
No curfew.
I mean, I don't even remember them clapping at the All Valley tournament. Were they even there?
Oh, yeah, there was no shots of his parents at the tournament.
So maybe Johnny, all he needed was a hug.
Well, there was no shots of.
But we know Daniel's son had a mom.
But his mom wasn't there at the tournament.
Yes, she was.
Did they show her in the stands? Or
I think she's standing with the woman, with the girlfriend at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, clearly Johnny has no parents that abandoned him, and Daniel's son's dad abandoned him. So that's how you get in a karate, kids. One of your parents leaves. And you take your anger out on other children. Okay. That makes sense.
What would you know about it?
I don't know. I've never taken karate. I watched the movie. That's what I got from the movie, I guess. So did you catch any exciting bowl games last night?
Nope. Last night, I told you, the Nutcracker. We have shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That's at the Morrison Center, ladies and gentlemen. You're right next to or on the same campus as Broncos Stadium. It's stone's throw, if you got a good arm, from Sud's Tavern. Ladies and gentlemen, we're promoting the Nutcracker. This episode is brought to you by the Nutcracker. I feel like it's a great show. I'm proud of my daughter. We're going to see her on closing night because that's the best night of the whole show. So everybody get down there if you want to see Ruby Turner performing as a mini Arabian variation in the Nutcracker. Today, well, it's too late to go today. Tomorrow night and
is it over?
Monday night.
Oh, it's starting right now, isn't it?
It started 13 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, the matinee.
She'll probably be going on stage in about 45 minutes because the first act's like 45 and there's a 20-minute intermission, right? So that's.
I don't know. You're the one who goes and watches all the practice.
They don't let us watch practice, dude. It's show business.
Well, what have you gotten your kid into?
She can fend for herself.
She's good?
Yeah, like they're locked in there with her, John.
I get it now.
Yeah.
They're lucky if they get out.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
They're going to come out changed. These are professionals.
She's a great kid. I love her to death. Cheers, Ruby. Break a leg, kid. I know. I wish we could go to every performance, right? That'd be
nice if they throw you some tickets or,
Nope. They don't.
Standing room.
if you want to be there every night, you got to either pay or you got to volunteer. And then if you volunteer, you don't get to see the show.
What do you do?
Well, I can't volunteer because there's too many young girls changing, apparently.
Yeah, no, not apparently. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of young girls in the
No,
Nutcracker.
apparently there's no spot for a dad back there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it wouldn't be appropriate.
No.
I see.
It's kind of like an appropriate sexism.
Oh,
Right.
is that what you're turning it into?
Yeah,
Go on.
Man.
Let's let you walk.
No, it's hard being a ballet.
Right
It's hard being a ballet dad, though. Although I am getting her hair. I'm able to do her hair pretty well now. I've had a good year and a half at it, putting it up in the bun. My buns are tight, John.
That's what you got?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ballet dads of the world unite.
All right.
Any other Bronco dads want to call in and chat about this? Let me know.
Yeah, I'm sure they're waiting. There's a
Numbers-
line out front.
Numbers on the Facebook page.
You think?
Yeah, for the next half hour, we're going to be talking about ballet dad life. So
Oh, that
call
sounds
in.
good.
Nothing else but ballet dad life.
Sounds like it'll be fun. Oh, somebody finally closed the door. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. Taking charge. The customer's always right. You know that.
Especially a regular. Shout out to all the regulars at Suds.
You just doing shout outs
Yeah.
today? Maybe we
Special
should
thank
talk
yous.
a little bit about what we're going to do with this show in the future. If anybody even cares.
John, we could do the thing where you interview me and I could think of some fun stories.
All right, you went to a bowl game. I have some bowl questions. Let me actually go in.
Yeah,
I did some
let's
work
do
here. I'm
this.
lying. You went to a bowl game. I know you never went to a bowl game in Vegas, so this is a two-part question. One, if you did go to a bowl game in Vegas, what time would you have gone to bed last night?
Oh, on time, for sure.
On time?
Yeah, I'd have gone to bed early.
You don't think so? What do you think curfew was last night here for these guys?
Oh, after they're probably done with meetings by like 9:30.
Did they get any free time?
No.
It's a 5 o'clock game.
No, definitely no free time before the game at all. You were just going where you need to be.
Well, I did see on the news they did like a.
When did they leave? When did they leave to
I
go?
think they left Tuesday, but this was maybe Thursday or Friday on the news.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I can imagine having practices. Because then, if you're there for all week, then you're definitely having some free time in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's nuts, man.
these
I
guys are
cannot-
18, right? I
You
mean, they
have
can
to
go in the
have, like-
casino, right? 21. Actually,
You have to bring, you have
So-
to have contingency plans if you're doing something like that.
you bring 3 at every position just in case.
No, the whole team travels to the bowl game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like no joke.
No, everyone
We might need
goes.
all of you.
Well, it's just an experience. The whole team earned it,
Yeah.
It's different.
Really?
It's like a reward at the end of the season.
So even like the red shirts and everybody, they still travel during the bowl game?
yes,
Gray shirts?
everybody. No, I don't know about gray shirts.
But red shirts are part of the team.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yes, it does. It does make some sense.
All right. So
You guys, this programming's not that great. I just got to be honest with you.
that's
You
fine.
guys liven it up. Sorry, that was the engineer. He's
Yeah,
yelling in
that's
our
great.
ear.
I have another.
Oh,
So
another question.
you don't know what time curfew was last night.
no. I think curfew last night was early, like I thought, but they've had.
So they've been out.
had-
Do you think
they've
they've
had
gone to the
Tuesday
casino?
night.
These are questions.
There's a strict. I'm sure there's a strict no gambling, no drinking policy on road trips.
Oh,
That's-
as a team
as
policy.
a team policy,
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know.
So
can't attest to
I'm
what
confused.
happened.
They could tell a 21-year-old adult by. I'm just going by the laws of the United States that what they can and can't do. Is this?
Yeah, there's a no drinking policy on road trips.
Does that go for coaches?
Yeah.
So, what happens if you're caught drinking then? How does it go from there?
You can be punished for violation of team rules.
Even as a coach.
I would imagine. I'm not certain if they would announce that, It might be. I
An
imagine with a
internal,
coach, they
like
might.
this doesn't look good.
It'd probably be a fine.
Okay.
That's my guess. I don't know.
Well, I'm not saying it. By all means, it's looked like a tame trip. They were out handing presents out to kids and running them through drills the other day. So I guess they have. I would say you're probably right. It's a pretty regimented schedule, right? Keep them busy, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Let me just use mic 3 since. Definitely, yeah. You definitely regiment the kids.
So you're trying to make what? You so tired by the end of the day, you don't want to go out or what?
No, you just gonna try to keep them active. Try to. There's a lot of bowl activities and stuff you'll go do before the game. Like we had a couple of guys on the show that actually played a bowl game in Vegas. We should have asked them about it, right?
Well, had we had known they were going to go to Vegas, maybe we had Cotton Bowl fever.
Let me see if we can find one. Let me see if we can get Chuck on the phone here real quick.
You're just going to call him? He's probably at Christmas shopping like everybody else. Normal people today. Now there's more to life than Christmas shopping.
Oh, let's see. Let's go ahead and give him a call.
You're dialing him up randomly. Is he aware of this?
No.
I'll just let you take it from here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Chuck, what's going on, man? It's Jason. You are live on the Bronco Alumni Show, just so you know.
Jason,
How you
what's
doing?
up?
Nothing, man. We just
Doing great.
we had a couple of questions regarding the Las Vegas Bowl. Are you played in the Las Vegas Bowl? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so John kept grilling me on like what their schedule was like this week. Because,
Yeah, how do you keep kids out of trouble?
Yeah, what was that like?
How do you keep kids out of trouble?
Well, you're down in Vegas. There's 18 to 22-year-olds. I mean, there's got to be some sort of a schedule here, right?
Yeah, there is, but I mean, it's Vegas, so there's not too much you can get in trouble for. You just gotta make it to curfew.
Well, I remember.
Whoa, what time is curfew?
I think, it kind of goes the first night. I think curfew's probably like at 1 o'clock, 1:30, and like the second night's at 12.
Oh, so you can go out and
then-
enjoy yourself a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you have plenty of time to enjoy yourself.
I was just recalling when we were on the road, there was a strict no drinking and like no gambling or anything policy for the team, as a team policy. And we were just thinking about like as far as that goes, it's
I
more
don't
like
think there was anything enforced for gambling, or maybe there was, but I don't really remember that. That was really big when we went down there. We kind of went down there just to have a good time and beat the hell out of Utah and ASU. I do know they kept you busy, though, with a bunch of different events. I mean, we saw the Jabberwockies when we played Utah. It was sort of a different experience, though, because I think we appeared for the maybe it was a Pac-10 school that didn't make it. So they pulled us as a Pac-10 school, and we played Utah as part of the Mountain West.
okay.
And so we stayed at the Venetian, and it was nice. I mean, we had a nice little game room. Some guys never made it out the hotel, believe it or not.
What was
Every
the
day
bowl?
they stayed in the hotel.
Whoa. What were you guys' bowl activities that year?
Bowl activities that year, let's see here. Jabberwockies was ASU year. Oh, we did a lovely magic show at the Hard Rock.
Okay.
So they had, which was the dumbest thing in the world, they pulled all these 18 to 24-year-olds into a row. I'll say 24 because, we're playing Utah. So they're probably 30. But they pulled us all into the Hard Rock for dinner with the other team. And at the same time, they've had this magician come on stage, and he made us compete like in pie eating contests, dancing contests, and pretty much, a bunch of guys going against other guys, you get the competition flowing, and now we're kind of riled up. And there were no coaches, no security there. So as they released us to go and get dinner, we're in the same room having to eat dinner with these guys. And next thing you know, drinks start flying, and we're talking about like soda drinks, water and Gatorade. And people are just talking trash. You got the old linemen from Utah pushing our D linemen around, and we're pushing them back. Our DBs are hopping into it. And now we discover that we hate Utah.
Yeah, I mean, Obviously, why wouldn't you? I'm not a big fan either.
Well, I guess we never. I mean, we don't like U of I. We hate U of I, but we never ever got the chance to play at Utah. We saw what you guys did to them back in '06, but some of our guys, we never had the experience to play the Utes. But yeah, then we developed that hate, and I think during that game, you kind of saw the pregame where we're kind of bantering back and forth to each other before the game because of everything that had happened before. We just did not like those guys. And then we also went down to Old Town Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they take you there every year. They take you there. They light up their little skylights, put both teams up there. You have a little dance off there. Usually Santa Claus is coming around.
Is that Fremont Street that you're talking about?
Yep, Fremont, yep.
Yeah. I love that area of Vegas.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It can be dirty and a lot of weirdos in that area.
Oh, yeah, the Nugget and all that little like
Yes.
5 points area right there, yeah. Good
Yes,
stuff.
yes. It's nothing like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's very dirty. But yes, those are two things that we did. But there are a lot of guys though that never left the hotel because the game room was just so nice. You had ping pong, you had basketball, you had food, you had video games.
It was all in the hotel.
Yeah, it was in the hotel. They have an event room where they just block off just for us. So you can get all you can eat ice cream, Gatorade, snacks, here's some games, some couches, a bunch of TVs to go in there.
Taco
bar?
bar?
Sit down and just chill.
Yeah, was there a taco
No taco bar. No taco bar,
Let down.
Huge
yeah.
letdown.
Yeah.
Oh, Chuck.
Huge letdown.
Chuck, what's your favorite taco spot in town?
You know what? I just read an article about taco places. And did you know Boise, Idaho has a lot of different taco spots, more than the average state.
Yeah.
Like, I think we have Taco Tom, we have Taco John, Taco Bell, of course, Los Betos. But we have a lot of big-name taco places that, I mean, there might only be one spot in Idaho, but they're represented in the state pretty good. But if I have to get tacos, though, right now I am on a Taco Bell kick. I don't know why. Just Taco Bell just has sounded really freaking good lately.
Yeah.
In college, though, it was Del Taco all the way.
Del Taco. Okay. What
Del
about
Taco.
What about? Are you not a fan of the non-fast food taco? You prefer Taco Bell to the Taco Wagon, or what about your like high-end fusion
I got one for
taco
you.
joint? You know, there's a lot of different types of taco joints. I guess
There is a taco spot right in the parking lot where Roddy's is downtown.
Oh yeah.
That taco joint, I think a dad and daughter runs it. That taco joint is pretty damn good.
Yeah. I think I've been there once, maybe twice.
There's always a line after 1:30 a.m. There's a line, and it lasts till about 3:30 a.m.
Is that the Pueblo taco truck? I think is it El Pueblo? I think it is El Pueblo. You know they have a meat market and like little supermarket right there behind Los Betos on Fairview.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure that
I did not know that.
those two are associated with each other. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Another good place is one by the mall in Milwaukee called La Ranchera. Really good. Of course, there's the Diablo and Sons downtown. They have some really good tacos. And
Yes, Diablo and Sons does have great tacos.
Great beer selection.
It was a nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to sit outside and eat.
We went to Madre over there by Ann Morrison Park yesterday, too. That place is pretty good. Although they're $5 a taco right there. Pretty big tacos, but still. $5 a taco, it's pretty steep.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah.
$5 a taco.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah.
You choose between tacos and streaming Disney Plus for the month.
Oh, really? How's that going for you, Disney Plus? I haven't got into it.
You know what? I actually unsubscribed for January because I don't want to be that guy that just watches Disney Plus every freaking month.
Did you see it? Did you watch The Mandalorian?
I'm not a Star Wars guy. I can't get into it. I tried. I'm just lost. I'm just too far behind.
I get it.
I do too.
It
I mean, I
kinda,
wish I was into it, but I just can't do it.
not even like the original trilogy or the anything, any part of it. You can't get into any part of it.
I just can't. It's like,
It's a lot of investment.
trigonometry, It is a lot of investment, but if you didn't learn it younger, then it's just lost. It's just like, man, I'm just behind.
That's
Yeah.
all right. We'll give you a pass.
Yeah.
I heard the new one sucks anyway, so you're not missing anything.
Perfect. Good.
All right,
Put that on my
Chuck, did
Facebook.
we interrupt you? Are you Christmas shopping?
No, actually, I was just doing some. I have not been Christmas shopping yet, and now I've decided to wait another day, and we'll just go Christmas shopping tomorrow.
Beat the crowds.
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah, smart move.
Yeah, I really wish we would just celebrate Christmas after Christmas. Like, I wish I had a group of friends that just wanted to do that, because that makes more sense.
Oh, you can get cheap presents after Christmas. Everything's half off.
Cheap presents, everyone's happy. You can give out the stuff that you're not going to use. Give to somebody else.
Regifting.
I really think you're onto something here.
How you guys feel about regifting?
Not. I don't know if I've ever done it before.
Not a fan of that?
No.
You got something you hate, but somebody else will like it. It's kind of like recycling.
The biggest where I learned to re-gift was so in college, you go to these bowl games, you get gifts, which a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of guys, players, they get their bowl gifts, and that's a gift for a parent, a mom, a best friend, a girlfriend. All those gifts go directly to somebody else. So you might get $1,000 worth of gifts, but the only thing that you're keeping is probably the lazy boy.
You got a lazy boy?
You got $1,000 worth of gifts?
Yeah, when we went to, what was that one? I think it was about probably roughly, it's a good amount.
What
There was always
what
a-
they give you? What are some of the big ticket items from a bowl game?
Big ticket items. Okay. I'm going to say the best ticket item that we got was probably the Lazy Boys. You got to choose. It was kind of like a...
Wait, you got?
nice
Oh,
little
can I
kid.
interrupt you, Chuck? You got a chair?
Yeah, like a Lazy Boy.
Did they ship that to your house? Is that how that worked?
Did they ship it to our house? I think you actually had to pick it up from the school, and it was on you to figure out how to get it back to your house.
Oh, like there'll be a truck in the parking lot. Come get your chair.
A semi full
Yep.
of lazy boys. 2 semis
Yep.
full of lazy boys.
That's just an interesting give. It doesn't seem like something you could stick in a bag.
Well,
Right?
what bowl
It's,
was that? Fiesta?
Well, I know for the Las Vegas Bowl, when we played Utah, while we were trying to fight those Utah guys for being assholes, that was the same night we're supposed to go choose our bowl gifts. So you're feeding us, you're making us fight people, and then you're like, here's some gifts, guys. Pick your gifts, please, hurry.
I remember we had those events where they meet, where the teams go to them together.
That's not a good idea.
No, I don't like it.
Not at all.
No, it's not. It's like we're little kids. They're like, hey, guys, let's get on stage and dance. And by the way, in 4 days, I want you guys to kill each other.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Let's go back to the gifts. I interrupted you. So you get the chair. What else? What are some of the big TVs?
Let's see here. Yeah, they gave out TVs 1 year. You got like a 32-inch flat screen. You got to choose that gift. Watches. We went to Hawaii. It was like kind of Hawaii-based stuff. So you got Oakley sunglasses, Oakley watches, a beach towel. The backpacks that year was the best. I still have my Hawaii Bowl backpack. It's an Oakley Hawaii Bowl backpack. It's pretty dope. Sunscreen, sunblock, stuff that you need in Hawaii. Those were the gifts for that year, along with a participant ring for going to the Hawaii Bowl. I don't know where that one went. That was a crappy ring. And then Poinsettia Bowl. It's kind of like an a la carte type of deal where you got to choose kind of those same items. So the bigger the bowl game, the more gifts you get. So like for the Poinsettia Bowl, it was probably like you can get a couch, but you're only going to get like a lazy boy. Or you can get like smaller items like surround sound. Like back, 2008 to 2011, surround sound was big with all those damn cords.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
so like every year they were giving away surround sound. So you can have that in your one-bedroom apartment.
I know everybody had a huge stereo in their room.
Yeah.
Well, now I remember that's much better than anything we ever got. Just so you know. I
Oh,
think.
come on now. You guys got winter gloves. You guys went to Bogus Basin, didn't you?
Yeah, that did happen. They took everybody's snowmobiling one year. They did do that. We got this cool Discman one year.
A what?
A Discman.
I'm sorry.
A
What
Discman.
was that?
It's like an MP3 player, but it's been spinning reflective metal discs, and and these were the ones that they didn't have. They did not have skip protection. No skip protection.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
My buddy Drew
Well, that was
Kishpa.
probably $25 more.
My buddy Drew donned that gift, the gift that keeps on skipping. I believe that was the joke that year that we got out of that one. But I remember there was rumors of like people getting Oregon going somewhere and getting like PlayStation 2s or something like that.
No,
you know?
that happened. I
Yeah.
saw that on ESPN.
Yeah, but I remember we were like PlayStation 2. We got like it was like a watch that had a cardboard back that had humanitarian bowl printed on it. I mean, it was rough, dude. And I mean, granted we got some sweet warm-ups.
Yeah, your
one year.
presents sound terrible. I want to go back to Chuck's.
Um,
They're way more exciting.
What was the best thing we got?
I'm gonna
We got some
Oh,
cool.
that's why the bowl games, you get to value the bowl game by bowl gifts and when it's played.
Yeah.
That's how you value the bowl game.
Now,
if
what
it's
what
played
is?
early and
Oh.
the gifts are pretty good, that's as good as it gets.
It's a good bowl game, yeah. But a late bowl game with crappy gifts, like let's say on
Oh yeah,
New
like
Year's.
the Kraft Cheese Bowl. What was that year we lost to Nevada? Nevada had to play in that crappy game.
Oh,
We were
man.
so happy for them. We're like, great job, guys. After the national championship,
The
sharing
crap-
a sideline with another team.
They were
Wait,
both on the
what?
same. Oh yeah, they were. They were like half and half on the sideline.
Yeah, no one ever talked about that game, but yeah, Nevada, they sent their ass to the Kraft Cheese Bowl, and I hope they had a great time playing after the national championship because no one gave a damn that that game was on TV.
What stadium has only one sideline?
Was it
I think they played like at the old Niner Stadium.
Oh. Well, is that the Kraft Cheese Bowl? Would you rather play that or in the famous Potato Bowl or the
Well, the
extra
famous
mile
potato bowl's
Bowl?
the Friday before the national championship. It's still somewhat relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
this
just saying.
year, I don't know who planned that. Who was just like, you know what, sounds good. Let's make them all watch Boise, Idaho right before the national championship, just to remind them that, we're out here. And you keep screwing us over.
How do you feel about this year's matchup against Coach Pete?
You know what? It sucks. It's like we've already fought this person before. It's getting old. It's like beating the drum, and it's like, okay, well, are we right back to where we were when he left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's politics, though. You know how that goes. And trying to sell tickets. It looks good on paper. Boise State versus their old coach last game.
And
It
don't
sounds
you think
great.
it's kind of a slap in the face to the players of like we're making this about the coaches and not about you guys too?
Yeah, and I don't want to say that that's what they're trying to do, but that's what it looks like. We've yet to play like a USC out of the Pac-10.
I'm certain that there was some thought when Pete left to go to Washington. Everyone was excited about when Boise State would play UW again, because that's a big storyline, and we know how college football loves to press these really heartstring type storylines on people, and after he retired, obviously they were like, well, we got to figure out how to make that happen. I mean, we have to, obviously, and they did, and it was so blatant to me. It's kind of like it should be more about the players in their last game. A lot of them, their very last football game ever. It needs to be more about them and less about two coaches that are getting paid to be there. Everyone else is there voluntarily, or all the players at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why are people tuning in? I mean, outside of you like Boise State or you like Washington, you follow them.
Well, I don't know.
Why are people tuning in? I don't know. People are tuning in. It's Saturday before Christmas.
That's true. It's on ABC, though.
I'll be right back, you guys. Hold on.
What do you mean you'll be right back?
It's on ABC, but it's at 5:30 as well, so that's nice.
I guess it's a nationally televised major network game. You could look at it like that.
True.
I mean,
And people are going to watch. People that don't know, because I guess from the inside, yeah, we're upset with playing Coach Pete and all that, and it's UW. We've played them before, but I guess that person in Ohio and the people out east that we believe watch our games at midnight and 2 a.m.,
yeah.
those guys have never seen us play, and I guess playing UW is a school that they do recognize. So it's like, okay, let's see how these guys do against a team like Washington. Even though we played these guys and they have all of our coaches, that guy that lives in the Bronx or New York has no idea if that's what's going on until they watch the game.
That's true. It's a center. I would put it's a center stage game on Saturday night. I mean, even the NFL games are on NFL Network that nobody gets. So
Very upset by that, by the way. I turned on the Buccaneers game and it said it was on NFL Network, and I was trying to figure out which illegal way I could stream that on my TV.
it looked pretty ugly, so you didn't miss much. I don't think so.
Man.
Turner left. I don't know if he went home or he went to the bathroom. So you got any big plans for Christmas there, Chuck?
Oh, man. Well, I work on Monday since I'm a claims adjuster, so claims don't stop for the holidays.
You're a claims adjuster?
I'll be working on Monday. Yep.
Who are you a claims adjuster with?
I don't want to say who I'm with, because then people might try to reach out to me.
Do you do like cars, houses?
Yeah, I do commercial and personal property. So
all right.
I go to people's homes, I go to commercial buildings.
Oh, nice.
I will tell everyone out there in Idaho that there's a lot of sewage backups going on right now. So now's a good time to check your policy and make sure you got any endorsements related to any sewage or water backups from toilets.
Well, I'm glad for that. That's a good end of the year tip here. Good Christmas tip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I got a whole bunch of insurance tips for everybody.
Well, thank you. Oh, he brought me back beer, so I guess he didn't leave. He didn't go home.
Man, how busy is Suds right now? You guys packed in there, or is it kind of the Christmas crowd?
I would say 10, 15 deep. Graduation has brought some people in. A little celebration, but brief celebration.
Graduation was today.
It is. I think it's at 1:45, right? So it's going on now. So there were some people in here earlier. Might get a little popping for the game. Get the recent graduates that come over. I don't know.
I wonder if we have a list of guys that graduated in the wintertime from the football team, which is the worst time to graduate. So I'm sorry for everyone that's graduating today. Definitely take that walk in the summertime where people actually care.
Yeah, it seems it was pretty packed over there, but it's winter, like you said. It's cold, Christmas. There's a lot going on here to be dealing with graduation. So if you do graduate from Boise State as a football player, can you, obviously you're busy today, can you walk in the spring then?
I don't know how that works. I wish someone would have told us not to ever walk in the wintertime because I remember walking and then we had practice an hour later. So it was like, hey, Mom, that's great, cool. I got to go to practice. And then I think the next day we're on a flight heading down to Vegas.
Oh, I gotcha.
So you got to at least go to Vegas for a senior trip. That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, but you don't get that. See, that's where it comes to being a student, where that graduation time, you can have a graduation party, invite everyone that's not an athlete, that you actually know and had a great time with. To kick back, have a barbecue, drink some brews, have their family even come over and kind of get to know them. So that student part is just kicked out. Once you graduate, it's bam. You can't enjoy that in the wintertime. It's just like, all right, you graduated, now you're going to go do your football thing, and then once that game ends, see you later.
Then you're done.
Yeah.
Speaking of
you never will
seniors,
see that student that you were friends with. He wasn't an athlete, but he was really cool. You might never see him the rest of your life. It was just over.
So speaking of seniors, I have a list of them that they'll be playing their last game as a Bronco. Definitely. I'm going to list them off here, Chuck, and then I want you to let me know which ones you want to see on the show this next year. Our number one goal, I feel like we've made it when we can get a first-year alumni to come on the show. You know what I mean? I feel like that'd be a good goal for us to have. So I'm going to read them off here real quick.
That's making it?
Yeah, I mean, in Boise, right?
Okay, yeah.
In Boise. We have Kafari Buffalo.
Okay.
Achillian Butler. Garrett Collingham. Emmanuel.
He's one.
Garrett Collingham?
By the way, this sounds like graduation roll call.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you got to have him on the show. He's a local guy, Mountain View. My girlfriend
Okay.
actually used to babysit him back in the day. Mountain View guy. He worked his ass off at Boise State to get to where he's at, to get to that tight end spot. So, yeah, he's definitely a guy you should definitely bring in there.
We'll check him off. Put a asterisk next to him on the list. We have Emmanuel Facili, Chase Atata, Jalen Henderson, John Hightower, Garrett Larson, Matt Loescher, Santane Louis, David Moa, John Molchon, Kekoa Nawahine, Matt Pistone, Nikolai Pittman, Eric Quevedo, and Eric Sash. How do you say the kicker's name? Sachet.
No,
Is
I'm
it
not.
sachet? It's a ballet move.
You're on your own there.
Sachet, passe, plie, all that. We're big on ballet today. The main theme of the show has been the Nutcracker is today. Chuck and my daughter's performing, actually, probably right now. So
The Nutcracker?
yeah, she's performing all weekend. Her first show was on Thursday, and she went again last night, and then she has today, this afternoon, and then Sunday night, and then another matinee, closing matinee on Monday at 2 p.m.
Is this the Nutcracker at the Morrison?
Yeah, she's performing at the Morrison Center.
Oh man, big time.
Yeah, she's
She's a pro.
Thursday was her debut, man. She killed it, and she's doing great, and we're just real proud
Does
of
she need
her.
an agent?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. Are you an agent?
I can connect you with an agent.
Oh, really? No, I don't. I would trust you, but I wouldn't. No secondhand references for agents for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, only people I know. Maybe me. I'll just be her agent, Chuck. I can pull that off.
Get your 10%. I'll be your agent.
I'm
That's
my
fine.
own agent right now, and look at how well I'm doing.
You're killing it.
Why would I? Why would I go anywhere else?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We gotta go to the bowl game next year.
What's that?
We need to make it to the bowl game next
To
year.
Oh
travel.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's gonna be our. We're looking for bowl game sponsorships. Actually, now's a good time to announce that. Should
Yeah.
we make an advertisement for ad space?
I-
Does that make sense? It's like
Yeah.
Inception,
There you go.
a dream within a dream.
Dream within the dream.
Okay, guys, but we would love to have a bowl game sponsor. We'll say your name a billion. Not a billion.
Yeah, we
okay.
can do a
Not-
billion.
we can
do a
do.
billion.
Probably do
Yeah,
a billion.
I can do it.
We can say your name a billion times next season if you get us to the bowl game.
Yeah.
Whatever bowl game we're at next year.
Yeah.
So deal. All right.
Okay, sounds good.
See you there.
Yeah.
Like Chuck Hayes Advertising Agency or Chuck Hayes Talent Agency is the number one. Yeah. So Chuck, you're officially our bowl game sponsor. So you figure out how to get us there. We'll announce your agency, your talent agency, a billion times next year.
Perfect. I got a car with 5 seats. We're good to go.
Good
All
to go.
right.
Well, this is all inclusive.
There's a lot of equipment too, so don't invite too many people.
all inclusive. Yeah. Also.
We'll get one of those trailers. We'll haul it behind
Oh,
us.
we'll get a U-Haul. Now, hop it down the U-Haul. Be good to go.
So what do you got
go.
going on today, Chuck? What do you think of the national championship this year? How do you think that's going to pan out?
We got some fun games. We have LSU and Ohio first, right?
Yeah. Wait, no. Ohio State plays Clemson. LSU plays
Oh, okay.
Oklahoma.
I'm hoping. Okay, Clemson's a good team. I mean, they're a really good squad. We just don't give them any love because they just play regular football and win games.
Yeah, they did.
All right, now you thought Ohio looks damn good,
Yeah.
Would you say
and
that same
LSU looks like a monster too.
your summary of Clemson football sounds a lot about what I think some people think about Boise State football this year. You know,
Yeah,
it's pretty basic. It's nothing
Yeah.
flashy that we're used to from Boise State, but it produces wins. You know, and granted we're not undefeated, but there's only 3 undefeated teams. So, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Everyone, it's hard to go undefeated, Chuck. You've done it before, but It's
Oh,
not.
I know that. It's probably
very
going undefeated in conference play, and Coach Harsin did a great job with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Shout
was
out,
this year.
Coach
And we lost
Harsin.
our defensive coordinator this year too. I mean, we got a lot of guys missing from this puzzle, and I mean, Harsin did do a great job with that.
Where'd the offensive coordinator go? Arizona?
Arizona goes with Herm Edwards. Herm's a great guy. He actually taught, or not taught, he had a speech at one of our bowl games, I believe. It actually might have been in Georgia for the Chick-fil-A kickoff game against the Bulldogs. Herm Edwards gave a nice little speech.
Well, we all know that Herm Edwards plays the game to win the game.
Yes.
So that's what I take
It's the
from
reason
Herm.
why you play the game.
Yes, you play the game
Man,
to win the game.
Can you believe they brought back the quarterback controversy for one more game this year? Sitting
Why
at
not?
by
Why
sitting
not?
Yeah, who's starting at quarterback today, Chuck? Do you know? Are you?
You guys know Michael Jordan had that flu game, right? This is going to be the Boise State flu game.
Man.
Wait, didn't Henderson tweet I'm fine right after they tweeted he was sick?
He had an illness earlier this week, didn't practice. So, I'm going to say he has the flu right now. He's going to start and just kill it. There you go, the flu game, Boise State. The blue flu.
Well, I guess this game means a lot to him. He's a senior. This is it.
Yeah, what if he comes out and just, hangs up like incredible numbers and gets himself drafted today with the flu? That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Or gets
So
to
he
the
has a great story, though. I mean, he's a transfer, came on over, and you end up starting. I mean, that's what you play the game for. You do play to win, but at the same time, I mean, it's a grind, and everyone that's played the game knows that, it's very rare you get a guy that can start, 4 years at his position. He's the best. Those stories of guys just grinding it out through the years, being in different situations and adapting. I mean, that's what football is about. That's why football is life, because, life isn't easy. You're going to have your bad days, your good days. You're going to be number one, and next thing you know, you're in the bottom of the poll, and you're trying to work your way back up. And, I mean, that's a quarterback right there, a third-string quarterback, and all of a sudden now he's starting. So, to keep your mindset is huge. Keep that mindset of, what, I can be that guy and keep on coming to practice, do what he did. Now he's a starter. I mean, that's huge. That's what Boise State football is all about. Keep on fighting.
Well, Chuck, I have a question. Your take here on Boise State all year, and historically with the depth chart or injuries, they play very coy. They don't really update the depth chart, and no one mandates them. As opposed to I'm talking about the NFL, where you're mandated to tell who's injured, who's not. Your depth charts have to be up to date. Do you think that's something? Is this something that Boise State is taking advantage of a rule in college football? Is there a rule that I guess that you don't really have to disclose injuries or depth charts, because it seems like they play very coy when someone gets injured.
You're playing your cards right. I mean, it's not illegal to do or anything like that. And at the end of the day, I mean, if you're a player getting ready to play against, say, your old lineman playing against the D-line, you should be watching tape on all 6 guys just to know what's going on. And if you got the 7th guy or 8th guy coming in, typically, like I even tell my high school kids, I mean, that team has 6 good D linemen. That 7th and 8th guy, they're probably JV guys that you should be able to handle no matter what. So, I mean, your mindset has to be going in like, okay, I'm going to play the best of the best, and then here's their backup. And then from there, the third thing comes in. I mean, you should be able to dominate that guy unless you become, the next freaking NFL All-Star that's just on the bench. But that rarely happens. So play our cards right. Especially at that quarterback position, if you don't know what you're going to get, then that sucks.
I know. So do you think Boise State just uses that to their advantage? Would you like to see a rule, I guess, put in college football where you have to disclose your injuries? And
college football needs no more rules. They need less rules.
Ooh, all right. So you like it the way it is. You like that it's kind of a guess.
Yep, show up and play.
What? All right. What about you, Mr.
You go to
Turner?
wars in the country and say, hey, you know what? We're out of bullets, so no, man. You go in there, hey, let's go. Let's play ball.
I like it.
I agree.
That's it? You just
Yeah.
agree? All right. Thanks.
Who's the next OC?
Well, apparently today it's Harse. So, Ryan Harsin, head coach and
Take that.
offensive coordinator. Do you think he grooms someone? Does he bring someone in that he kind of grooms and he's the pseudo offensive coordinator? Or does he bring in somebody with a little bit more experience?
Oh, I'm going
Man, that's a
conspiracy
hard
theory.
one. I think he might groom somebody, take control next year, have a guy come in, just be the position coach, but kind of have a say-so. Almost like the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid, and he has his the running backs coach is kind of the OC, but everyone knows that the running back coach isn't really calling him plays too much. But now in the second year, he kind of has more of the playbook under his belt. I think that would be probably the best situation for Boise State, just so everyone's on the same page.
I'm going to go tinfoil hat and say Harse is going to bring in Peterson as his offensive coordinator. But Peterson's going to do it from like a bunker in the foothills and never come out from his house. Like the Wizard
Bunker
of
in
Oz.
the foothills?
Like a Wizard of Oz.
They're going to build a robot? Is this like a
He's going to telecommute.
lifelike robot?
They're gonna put blast him on a hologram on the 50-yard line.
Well,
We're gonna have the Boise State blimp next year.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in the blimp.
Yeah, yeah. With the cameras on the sideline, picking signs and just scheming everybody up. I think that sounds like a good storyline to me. Yeah.
really? I would
Yeah,
think
are
the
you-
younger guy. I think my theory is the way Harsin is, he's attacked the stadium a little bit, the facilities, which need to be upgraded. I get he's doing what he needs to do as a head coach, but also I think he's laying the groundwork maybe for a potential exit in the next few years. If he goes 12-1 again and he doesn't go to a
Hot take.
well, yeah, if Harsin goes 12-1 again and doesn't go to a New Year's Eve bowl, I think that would be grounds for him to leave. So, knowing that
That's not BSU's fault though. Why?
I know it's not BSU's
Why
fault.
punish them?
Can
Why
I get to
punish-
my point? Can I get to my point here?
Oh yeah, please.
So my thought would, if he brought in he's a guy.
Please get to your point.
He's a guy that doesn't want to leave this school in a lull. So I would think he'd bring in a young offensive mind and maybe groom him to maybe potentially be the next head coach. That's my hot take.
Harsin?
Yeah.
That's your hot take. I don't know.
How long do you think Harsin's going to be here for? How many more years?
I'm Harsin. I'm trying to die here.
Ooh.
You become legendary at Boise State. I mean, you're already a capital guy. You already went to Boise State.
Uh-huh.
And if you spend 20 years here, 30 years, get a statue here, I mean, that's monumental right there.
Okay, but listen to this, Chuck. Why do we say when a player is going to get drafted after his junior year, we encourage him to leave because that's what's best for him? But yet we expect coaches to take salary cuts and loss of opportunity to stay here and be with Boise State in the present when they are not as lucrative or high paying or competitive with their head coaching salary as premier universities in the country. Is that if I make?
I guess it depends on how you value life. I mean, getting paid in L.A. is a lot different than getting paid in Boise, Idaho. I mean, the money amount can only do so much for you. The things around you, your surroundings, is kind of where you got to put value in it. So, I mean, I think that living in Boise, Idaho, beautiful place, beautiful people, great fans, I think that has a lot more value than going anywhere down south in the SEC territory where you're living in the backwoods. I mean, just think about that for a second. I mean, you watch our news compared to LA news, you're getting two different type of lives right there. So, I mean, this is a great place to raise a family, and a great place to become legendary. I mean, we're going to continue to grow, so why not be part of the growth? You're going to leave before the growth and then try to come back later on. That's not going to work out,
So
you
you can't really compare the experience.
And remember when Boise, Meridian, Eagle were big, and now Star and Tuna are the biggest cities out in Idaho now, So why not be that guy?
So you can't really compare the experience of the coach as to the player in regards of leaving Boise State to go somewhere else, because
I don't know, because the players got to eat, man. They're just out there playing ball, getting their education, man. They don't have any money in the bank. All
Yeah.
their money in the bank is reflected from their skills and their education with their diploma. That's it. It's all zeros in the bank. So they got to go get that money, which is totally understandable. And coaches, though, I mean, you do it the right way and you invest in yourself. I mean, just think about it. You get all those endorsements. You become legendary. People just will pay you for you. Just come out and talk to people. And if you're consistent and you stay somewhere for 10 plus, 15 plus years, I mean, I consider that legendary. That's how I look at that. You'll always have a job after that. Even if he stays for 15 years, I don't know how old he is right now, but add on 15, could he go and coach somewhere else after 15 years here?
Yeah,
The
he's in
answer
his
would be
early
yes.
40s, isn't he?
Yeah, so we're talking about 55.
Yeah, 58.
Yeah, coach up to what, 84?
Yeah. He could
Not
go to the
saying he's gonna
NFL
wanna
at
do that,
58
but-
and be a young guy still.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think what Chuck's trying to say is there's more to life than money and the SEC. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at Coach Pete. Like, who would ever thought?
Yeah, maybe that's a cautious tale for Hars. Like he moved up, he kind of got burnt out, and that might be the end of it. Do you think Coach Pete coaches after today ever again?
I'm not so sure. I don't want to say burnt out is the word for Coach Pete. 'Cause I think Coach Pete is always ahead of the 8 ball. Everything's always planned and fine-tuned with details. This is probably a thing that came up and he's thought about for quite a while, but now he's executing his plan. So to say burnt out, like he woke up one day and was like, shit, I'm done, I don't think that happened. I think this was a plan that he kind of had in mind. And, when it felt right, he knew he could pull the trigger. It's kind of like when you stop playing football completely, from college to pros or semi-pro, whatever you want to call it. They're okay with saying, hey, you know what? I'm good. I'm not burnt out. I can definitely still do this, but I'm good. I've achieved everything I need to achieve. I'm in a good spot in life. I'm fine.
So where does he go from here then, do you think? Maybe an athletic director eventually?
AD, I can see him in that role. That's the next step up from being a head coach, I feel like. You run all the programs. He's a wise man. I mean, he can run your business. He can run your sports team. I mean, he can run your life pretty much, be your life counselor. So
let's offer him a job
many
here.
skills that he can use.
So there's a couple players who aren't playing in the Vegas Bowl from UW because of the draft. Do you think this has any impact on coach's decision to stop coaching and to step further back away from the team, or do you think
kind of separate yourself? I don't think so. I think as a coach, you just love coaching no matter what. You get what you got. So, when you come to work, if you only got 8 guys, you only got 8 guys. When it comes to being a skill position coach, that's how I look at that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's what he was hearing. That is very. I mean, the next guy's up. You coach the team from the bottom up. So if you're not doing that, then you want to separate quickly because after that next guy is just shit. But the coach is from the bottom up. The next guy should be ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
He should be salivating at the mouth to get a chance to play and show what he can do with his skills.
Do you think that affects the Vegas odds at all?
Oh, hell yeah, it does.
Yeah. That's what John was saying, too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, to bet on that game, the 3.5 points. So, I don't know. It seems to me when you bet on a bowl game, it's like betting on a youth sports game. You don't know who the players are. You don't know who's going to show up. Who couldn't get a ride that day.
Well, I do. I think when your coach is heading out, though, I think that does affect the way a team does play. I mean, when we played ASU, that team was just horrible. Well, they were 6-6 to begin with, so they were pretty bad. But they barely made it to a bowl game. They were excited just to be going to Vegas, and they came out and they got embarrassed.
Well, this year's UW team one win ahead of 6-6. That's not. I mean, they're in the Pac-12.
So wait, Chuck, are you saying because the coach is leaving, you're not motivated to play for the staff, or kind of you're what's the point? Is that the mindset?
kind of like the mindset is you're at work and, you know, your boss is not going, it's going to be leaving early today. So now once he leaves, you know, it's kind of slow already. So what's the point? We're just waiting to get off the clock and go home. You ever have that feeling sometime where it's like, oh, boss is gone, got 3 more hours, and it's kind of slow. So we're probably going to go conversate in the kitchen about some fantasy football and kind of go through the motions.
Yeah, yeah. So then,
So-
I guess that leads us to you believe Boise State is going to win this game big.
Big.
Yeah, or what's your prediction? Don't let me put words in your mouth. What's your prediction?
I think we're looking at a hard-fought game. I'm going to go with a lovely, let me see here. I haven't seen Washington play too much. It's going to be low scoring, I feel like. Maybe we're looking at like a, 23-17 type of game. Like either it's going to be fireworks early or fireworks late.
Oh, so a good first or a good fourth quarter. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
It's when all the scoring's going on. I like it.
Yep. And
you, John?
it's bigger than Coach Pete Lee. I mean, UW does have a staff of ex-Boise State guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Tim Saha over there. So those guys got their guys jacked. I mean, I don't think UW's going to come out and just lay down because their head coach is gone. You do got some coaches over there that, I mean, they don't hate Boise State, but they're going to take their shot. So here we go. Why not? And a lot of their guys are pretty good coaches as well. So, I mean, if you look at their coaching staff at UW, I don't know if you have that in front of you, but I mean, if you go through it, you can say, oh, man, I remember this guy. So those guys are going to get their guys all amped up to play.
And isn't the coordinator is taking over, right? The offensive coordinator is taking over for Pete. So it's not like the staff's going to flip over too much.
No.
Shout out
No,
Scott
so-
Huff. My
It's going to be a
offensive
close
lineman.
game. I'm going to say it's going to go down to the fourth quarter.
All right. So what's the 23-17? That's the number.
23-17.
Broncos.
At some point in the game. It's going to be 23-17. Broncos always, yeah.
At some point in the game.
Broncos always. I like that. Me too. We're gonna win every game. John, what's your score prediction? We do have to wrap this up, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just going to go 31-24 just because it's a different number. Along the same lines, both teams, nobody's going to lay down in this game. It's going to be a pretty competitive game. That's probably why they put it on ABC.
Yeah. And whoever has the most special teams mistakes will probably lose.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of sets that neither side has not seen before. I don't think there's going to be any trickery here or fooling them.
No.
You don't think so? You don't think they're
I
gonna
don't
try to
think so.
one up each other on the trick game? Well, I think
You'll see. How about over or under 3 trick plays this game total?
I think Pete's gonna swing for the fences in this one. To
Why
be
not?
honest with
Yeah.
you, I think he's gonna come out with something crazy. What if he? Yeah,
What is he?
it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. That's for sure. But I think it's gonna be higher scoring than that. I'm gonna go 45-40.
Ooh. All right.
45 points?
45-40. Yeah.
Oh, man, so you're thinking no run game here today, huh?
Yeah, I think that they're gonna be. It's just gonna be a shootout.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I'm not saying I'm right. That's just what I'm hoping for. What I think is gonna happen.
I get you.
And
Okay.
I'm also kind of hungry, so I might not be thinking right. You know how you get when you're hungry, right, Chuck?
Yeah, you should have eaten
I
before
do.
the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you got to get your nutrients in.
Yeah. All right, should we let Chuck go then? Since
Yeah,
you
man.
interrupted his Christmas shopping wrapping day?
Thank you for your
Oh,
time.
trust me, I
mister.
haven't started Christmas shopping. I was actually now looking at my computer screen. I was looking at how to stream NFL games to my TV.
What was that? I missed what you said.
I was looking at how to stream NFL Network to my TV.
Oh
On the
yeah,
dark
that's
web.
ezy. I'll hit you up after.
Yeah, that's an off-the-air
Yeah.
answer. Yeah, can't give that one away.
Nice.
All right, then.
All right. Well, when are you
Thanks.
guys going to do the signing show? Is it going to be a signing? Is this the last show, or are you guys going to have a?
We have kicked around a signing day show in the past. We're thinking about getting a hoops edition going. We've been thinking about starting up for baseball season because I'm personally a big baseball fan. So
Yeah, that one's not gonna. That's yeah, all right.
well, we'll see how that goes. But
We should be back, but January, February once in there, right?
yeah, we're gonna try to keep it steady through the off season. And
You guys going to have a show dedicated to the women's sports at Boise State? Cause
yeah,
I know a lot of those girls over there are kicking ass, and they don't get any love. So, that
Yeah.
might be something that we can
Absolutely.
set up. I'll be okay. I'll be down to do that.
softball, soccer, volleyball, all
Yeah.
those. We'll get everybody.
Gymnastics, yeah, let's go.
If you
Let's
want
get
to,
some love.
that's a good a spin-off show. We can have Chuck Hayes and the Fighting Women Broncos or whatever. You could call it whatever you want, Chuck.
I know. You have expertise. You started a women's football league.
I
So.
think they're
I know
just Broncos. There's no. We don't do the lady Broncos anymore. They're the Broncos.
the Broncos.
Broncos.
That's right. And I know a guy that can produce that for you. So let me
right.
know. Let me know if you want to get on.
All right, you can talk about this later.
Yeah.
Let's move on here.
No, I want to advertise
All
Driven.
right.
I'm going to advertise Driven Productions.
Oh.
Our production company. We do live events, podcasts, anything you want. If you want it recorded and or streamed, we can make it happen. Obviously, our product speaks for itself.
There you go.
And Chuck, thanks for coming on.
All right, thank you.
All right, you have a Merry Christmas
Yeah.
and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you down here, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, by the way, one of our quarterbacks at Timberline, he signed his preferred walk-on to Boise State, so I'm excited to watch that guy in the future, talking about the grind. He's going to have a nice little career to grind out.
Congratulations.
Andy Peters.
Congratulations,
Check him out. All
Andy.
right.
Welcome. Welcome to the Bronco
See
family.
you in 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, 5 years. You'll be our first. You'll be on the show. Don't worry.
There you
Chuck
go.
Chuck will
Sounds good.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate
Bye.
it. Merry
All
Christmas.
right, guys. See ya.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bronco Alumni Show brought to you by Driven Productions, LLC. John Hannigan, our co-host. Jason Turner, host, engineer, producer, writer, booking agent. Basically the heart and soul of the show. And John.
Well, yes. Yeah, me
We'll-
too.
We'll
Well,
be
thanks.
back.
We made it through the whole
We
season.
made it barely. Like we
Did we
fell
didn't you
down.
didn't give a shout out to Paul.
Thank you. This entire season has been brought to you by the Paul Reyna Athletic Scholarship. Contact the Varsity B or anybody over in the Hall of Fame at BSU about donating to his scholarship fund. Again, that's been one of the main things about this whole season was promoting his scholarship fund and his memory. And we thank everybody over in administration at BSU football for helping us bring his family up for the home opener. All of our guests this year, thank you so much. There's so many of you.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate your time and your support. I don't know. This is kind of a bittersweet moment.
I know. It's the end of the end, but
End of
you
the-
know what? We'll be back. We'll be back to wrap it up. I don't know. We'll keep you posted, right? We'll go from there.
Hold on. I'm bringing up the perfect song to take us out
This is it,
for
huh?
the end of the year.
All right. Well, thank you everyone who listened. Thank you everyone who came down here, was on the show. Thank you anyone that, I don't know, clicked on the webpage for a second. We appreciate everything. We appreciate the experience, and we'll see you next year.
See you in 2020, everybody.
White out.